putting in all the inside walls for the outer deck box, all on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live studio audience. Yep, that is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, well today, didn't do anything yesterday, so that's why there wasn't a video this morning, or late last night, however you look at it. But, getting back to it today, and I finished putting up the up and down posts for the back wall, since I determined I'm going to bring the mattress in this way instead of up through the back. So I already got those up today, and now I'm cleaning up one of my vinyl backings that used to be on the back wall before I cut a hole in it that I'm going to try to use for the back wall in the upper box. So that's that vinyl piece that was on the back wall. And it's that nice, you know, padded, push button, kind of gray stuff. Figured it'll look really good up there. It'll help match the rest of the truck interior. I'm just going to clean it up now that I have the back wall pillars in. And I'll see if I can just use that directly onto that wall. I might have to put in some of that masonite board just as a small backing for it. But if I can just do this directly, that would be even better. But I got to clean it up first. Then I'm going to drag it upstairs. And we'll see if it'll fit. Okay, there are the back beams up. You can see the three in the middle. You can't really see the one on the corner I put in. But I put that one in to make that flush with the lower board and the upper board, so that I can put on the outer skin easily. And it'll be flush with all those boards up there. So now I've got the vinyl cleaned up, and inside, we'll see if I can get it to fit up on that back wall there. We live on a dirt road, so every few months the grader comes by, and so I caught it on video today. And there goes the grader again, going down our road. It's kind of a nice thing about a dirt road is you get it graded down and have like a new road every few months. Not kind of nice. Well, I was just going to try to put it up, that vinyl stuff up by itself, but that backing it has is really pretty flimsy, and I realized that's where my feet are going to be going, and I kind of have a tendency to kick the wall. So I need something a little stronger behind it, so I'm going to use some of that wafer board. Not to mention that vinyl thing fills up most of that space, except for about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to slide it up because you won't see the bottom part because the mattress will be hiding that. So I'm going to just paint the bottom strip of the masonry or the wafer board that'll be below the vinyl area for the back wall and the side wall on the inside. Then we'll put up the vinyl, and then it'll all be the same color. It'll all look real nice, and then I can kick the back wall if I need to a little bit. Plus I'm going to put the same stuff on that side wall as well behind the vinyl, so if I kick that while I'm sleeping or something, or flip it around up there, then you know it's not just going to bash through into the insulation part. So I figured I need a little more solid wall there, because yeah, I cover a lot of area on a mattress, baby. Alright, so I put my spare 10-inch cartridge in, and then a new 10-inch blade I bought last Friday night. It's better for cutting, especially because it just does a small little cut in there. You see how thin the blade is, but it's got a lot more teeth, so it does more accurate cuts, and it's really good for cutting this wafer board or any kind of plywood, really. So I went ahead and measured and cut my boards, and then put some paint on them. So maybe they'll be dry enough by later tonight when I want to stick them up there, and then put the vinyl on top. Ran out of, you know, the second. I hated to cut another whole 4x8 sheet just to get this last little bit on here. So I just cut that into 2 pieces, but it's going to be up behind the vinyl towards the top of the wall, so it won't be a big deal. That might be where it shows through a little bit at the bottom. Ultimately, though, of course, the mattress will cover that up. And then here's the big tall one, which of course is going to be horizontal, not vertical like it is now. And again, I also just painted that, but which will be the bottom edge that you'll see sticking out below the vinyl until, like I say, the mattress is in, and then you won't even notice that. You'll just see the mattress and then all that nice padded vinyl wall. All right, so I put this up here to maybe be my new back wall. That's going to be a little closet there, so I don't need to worry about the inside of that. I'm just going to put up that cheap masonite board inside there. But I thought, because this, over this rail right here, the rest of this is on the mattress area. And if I can use it that way, and I'll cut the back of that little board behind it once I get the exact corner so we can stuff back into the corner and come partially up the right wall there. I've got some more of this type of stuff inside that's a little smaller, but I can make a little piece that'll fill up that area on the right. So I think I kind of like doing that with that corner. Makes the back end of the bed area all nice and plush. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got to get back up here with the tape measure and do a lot of measuring and measure for my other boards and get all those cut and painted and in place. So while I was waiting for the paint on those boards to dry, went ahead and did them another Menards run. You'll save big money, you'll save big money at Menards. No, anyway. So I got more crap. Got some really cool stuff though, actually. I had talked about these early on in the project when I had gone to Menards one time. These are GFCI outlets, okay, which you want to have. And they have USB charging. And not only do they have one, they've got the standard large USB on this side, and they've got the USB-C, which now, of course, all the newer iPhones and everything require. You know, when I just upgraded my wife to the iPhone 12 mini, well then, of course, it comes with a cable that requires only the mini thing on the other end, and it didn't come with a block to plug into the wall. So she had to go out and buy the block for the USB-C thing instead. You know, it's like, why do you have to keep changing it, Apple? What was wrong with the other one? My iPhone 7 Plus has the standard big USB plug. So I thought, well, okay, let's pay a little bit more for these outlets, because that way, if I want to plug my phone in upstairs, I'm going to have two outlets up there. I'm going to have one down here in the kitchen area. Let's have that already handy and ready. So, you know, if I switch phones, I won't even need the block. I can just plug straight into that, into the outlet. And with my current one, plug into this one. Plus you could charge other devices, games and stuff. So if the kids ever come with me, if I can ever convince them to come with me again, then they can just plug their crap in, I can plug my crap in, and we have the regular outlets there too. So I got, three of these with the USB plug things. I got one, just standard one, I don't know, oh, here it is, right here. Standard GFCI, 20 amp. This is the one that's going to come straight out of the inverter. And then these other ones will go past that. Even got some, I don't know if they're in here or not. I think, oh yeah, here they are. No, these are the other things. I got some light switches. I don't think they're in this bag. But, you know, for my lights that I'm going to be putting up, I did buy the ice and water barrier for the outer skin on the truck, or the section sticking out. So hopefully that'll keep that thing watertight. Is a frog's ass watertight? Oh, watertight. Oh, yes, we believe it is. I've got most of that wafer board up on the back wall. You can see it's painted at the bottom, because that's where the vinyl will stop short of that board. Like I say, it really won't matter, because the mattress will cover all that up. It's going to go all the way to that side, so that'll be the rear inside wall of that closet. Vinyl's going to be up from about that point on all the way over to the wall. I've scored the back of the vinyl little press board here, so it should fold into the corner oh so nicely. Got that board there cut. I had to trim it down a little bit more so it'll fit up there. So that should go around in the corner and come a little forward, and then we'll use the other vinyl piece. We'll cut it to fill up that last little bit. Thought I'd give you another outside view here now that most of the interior walls are up. That little strip at the top I still have yet to put up there. I'll do that here in just a minute. But get a better idea of what that box looks like coming out the back of the cab right there. So you can see how big it is. Like I say, it's only 34 inches deep from the rear of the cab wall. It is about 76 inches all the way across. So when you're looking this way across, you know, here's the back of the cab, there's my spare tire rack and everything. There are the rear drive tires. But you look up there, that damn fluorescent light's in the way, but you can zoom in and maybe see it a little bit better. So you can see how that box is going to look. And if you've been following along, you already know that I'm going to cover the whole box in this stuff. The diamond plate comes in a nice roll. I think it's 4 feet tall, and I can't remember how long the rolls are. There's 3 different rolls in there, but that's going to look really good, I think, covering up the box up there. Here's another angle for you, looking from the more towards the front of the truck here in the pole barn, and you can see exactly where the box is up there. And of course, I'll put that upper fairing back in, and it'll be covered in the diamond plate as well, because the paint on those upper fairings on all Coronados, all Centuries, all Columbias, always peels off on the upper fairing. So I figured let's put the diamond plate on there so there's no paint to peel off. It's because of the stack up there that causes all the trouble. All that superheated exhaust goes across those fairings and just peels that paint right off. All right, well, got the vinyl up on the wall. So you can see where I had scored it in the corner so it would fold oh so nicely like it did. Tucked into the corner there, then I just screwed it down, and I used those, if I can get it to focus on there. Come on, focus. Those, finishing washers, so it looks a little bit nicer than just the plain screw on there. So anyway, that does the back wall. Lifts it up to the ceiling, because I'm going to put the wainscoting ceiling on there, which will be the paneling I've been using so far to match everything else. Painting that bottom edge there to cover that up helps. The dark charcoal paint color matches. Did not get to that little section tonight. As I always say in these videos, I hoped I'd get farther than I did, but we're getting there, baby. All right, we're getting there. Like I say, the closet will be over there. A little nightstand kind of thing there. This will all be the upper bunk mattress as I pull out from the front as far as I can. So now the box is taking shape. You can kind of get a better idea of how it looks, because here's the original truck wall. There's where I cut out. The original truck wall cutout right there. So all that stuff back there to that vinyl wall now is all the new upper deck extension sticking out the back of the truck. And I think that vinyl is going to look oh so nice. We'll have the matching vinyl there. We'll have the cabinet and nightstand built there. So I think it's all going to look very good. Well, like I just said, as I always hope, I always say in all these videos, I hope to get farther, but it takes time. It's slow when I'm doing it all by myself. I have occasionally a little bit of help from some of the family, but this is all pretty much a one-man show. So there you go. So the videos will continue. Hope you're enjoying it so far. You can start to see now that we're closing up that upper deck section, how it's all going to look and how everything will kind of fall into place. Hopefully you can picture it just a little bit better, all right? So we'll continue on. It is banging on 2 a.m. here. I've been at this since early this morning. Yes, my younger son, Ben, was home sick today, so I had to kind of take care of him a little bit. Got him some lunch, and I cooked everybody dinner, and then I had to run to Menards again. You'll save it. Anyway, and I watched, yes, I admit, I watched like an hour and a half of Shark Tank, because I love that show. Yeah. Anyway, so there's where we're stopping tonight, and we'll get back to it again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I think with all that, the vinyl up there and the kind of the walls getting in place on the interior of the upper deck bunk system, whatever you want to call it, you can start to kind of picture it a little bit better now. So I think it's coming along. We're going to keep working on the rest of the walls and framing out the closet area up there for tomorrow. And then I'm going to start working on the outer skin, putting the insulation in. I bought the ice and water barrier tonight, so got that ready to go. So things are happening, all right? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment if you'd like to. I get to your comments usually within 24 hours of doing this project. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Your father gave me this watch. It's your birthright. So I took it and I hid it in the only place I could, up my ass. I wore this uncomfortable hunk of metal up my ass for 3 years. So I could one day bring it back and pass it on to you. Alright, he's eyeing that strip. He's eyeing it. And, oh, he got it. On the, what was that, third leap? Yeah, something like that, right, Rusty? Alright, there he is, Rusty, the meatball dog, happily eating his bacon strip bounty. Getting a little crazy with it, aren't you? Oh yes, happy dog look. See, bacon strips should pay us to do a commercial, Rusty. With as crazy as you are about these things, right? Think you got it all. Alright, look up here, buddy. Rusty! Come on, Rusty, look up.